Okay, now we will look at how to use array in function, or how to pass array to a function. So to pass array to a function, there are two ways. The first way is to pass the value. So pass the value is by using the individual element. So in here you need to specify the index number of which element you are going to pass to the function. The second method, or the second type, is to pass by reference. This is actually to pass the whole array to the function. And in terms of two-dimensional array, to pass the two-dimensional array to a function, there are three methods. The first one is to pass the individual element. So in this case, we need to specify the index number for row and the index number for columns. The second method is passing a row. So in two-dimensional array, you can pass the whole row. So here you need to specify the index number for the row. And the last one is to pass the whole array. So this is pass the whole array as an actual parameter. Okay, now I will show example how to pass individual array element to a function. Okay, first of all, we need to create a function prototype. So to create a function prototype, so I'm planning to create a function named print data, and then the parameter is integer. Okay, this is function prototype. Okay, now I will create a function definition. So function definition for this particular function name print data, and then I have an argument, for example integer a, and then I create a structure curly braces. So this function is to print the parameter given here. So we can use cout a ENDL. So it will print whatever data or whatever value that is passed through this parameter. Okay, so in main function, we can create an array called marks, for example, and then the size of this array 5, and we can initialize this array, and let's say I put some values. So if I want to pass the individual element to a function, so we just can call the function name, and then we pass the parameter using index number of the element. So for example, marks. So let's say I'm planning to pass this number, the index number 2. So index number 2 is 45. And then this number is actually an integer. And then pass to this function. And here it will become A, and then will be print A here. So the output should be 45. So we now compile it, and then we'll see the output. So we got the 45 here. Okay, now we're going to look at another example. Instead of we are passing individual element of array to a function, now we are going to pass the whole array to a function. We need to make some changes in this code. For example, function prototype. So this one, instead of pass the individual element, we need to add array. So here we are create a function prototype to pass the whole array to a function. And then this one also we need to change. And here, so the print data pass the whole array. So here we just need to put the array name, and then here instead of we are print individual integer number, so we can print based on index number. Let's say we want to print index 4. Okay, so we are referring to this array A, and index A is actually marks, and then index 4 for mark is 67. So we see the output. So we will get this 67 because the index 4 is referring to this 67. Cout is happen in this function, and you are passing the whole array to this function. If you want to print all elements in this array, so you just can use for loop. Okay, first of all, let me declare one variable I. Then we can put for loop I equal to 0, I less than the size of this array. So the size of this array is 5. And I plus plus. Now I can print all elements in this array if I put I here. Okay, let's see the output. So you can see the output. All elements in this array A will be printed here. And this A is actually the array that is passed from main function. And it is actually from this marks array. Okay, in this example, I want to show how to pass element of 2D array to a function. Okay, first of all, I need to create a function prototype. So let's say the function name is void print data, and then this is function prototype, and then the parameter to be passed is type integer, and this is actually function prototype. Okay, then I will create function definition. So function definition, and then the parameter is type integer, and the variable name for the parameter is a. So in here I want to print the element of the array. So I can use cout. So I have the function pass by value, actually the same as the previous example for function pass by value, but here I'm going to pass the element of to the array. So to show the example, I need to create an array. So let's say the name of the array is data, and this is actually the 2D arrays with size 4 times 3, and I'll initialize it, some of the value here. So I can initialize some of the value. For the first row, the row index 0 I can initialize, and the index 1, and the rest of the index, if I just put empty curly braces here, it going to be initialized as 0. Okay, now I have a array, two-dimensional array, size 4 times 3, and let's say I want to pass the individual index of this array to a function. So I just can call the function name data, and then I need to specify the index for row and index for columns. Let's say I want to pass the value of 43 here. So for this value, we need to specify the row numbers. Row is 0, and the index, the column index is 2. The column index is 2 because this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Okay. So I'm passing the individual index to this function and print it here. So this individual index, this index column, or this index, this data, row 0, column 2, is going to be assigned to a new variable in print data function as a, and then you are now printing a. So this a is actually referring to this variable, this value 43. So we see the output. So you're going to print 43. And this 43 is come from this data array. If you want to send all elements, you can just use nested loop. Okay, let me show example. So to use nested loop, you need to declare two variables, I and j, and then create the outer loop. So the outer loop, the maximum of I is referring to this size. So I must be less than 4. And then I plus plus. And then we go to the inner loop, is going to print to loop the column j equal to 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. So you have nested loop here. So the outer loop is to represent the rows, number of row, and this one to represent number of columns. So you will loop the columns and then go to the next row, and then loop for the next row, and then go to the columns, and until at the end of the elements. And you need to change here also. So this means you need to change I and j. So it will refer to each elements in this data array. So we see the output. So it will print all elements in this data array. So you can see the first 6 data, or the first 6 numbers is come from this initialization. The rest is initialized to 0. In the next example, I will show how to send one row to a function. So here in this example, this one is to send single element. So to send a row, we need to remove this one. This is going to be rows, yeah, instead of index for rows and column, we change to index to rows. Okay, so now this function is pass the rows. So in that case, we need to change the function prototype and function definition, because now the parameter is in different format. Okay, in function prototype, we need to change the parameter to array type parameter, same with function definition, because now this function will receive a parameter in array format. Okay, so now this function will receive an array. So to print this array element, we need to use loop, for loop. So I will declare one variable, j for example. Okay, and then for j equal to 0, the number of column in this array is 3. So maximum for looping is 3, and j plus plus. So to print each element, or each element in this row, so we just need to put here j, and we see the output. Okay, this is the output. It will print each element from this array. but the function is pass the rows, each rows of the array to the functions. Okay, in this example, I will show how to pass the whole 2D array to a function. So here we're going to use the same array as previous example, data, and the rows number is 4 and the column number is 3, so 4 times 3, and there are 12 elements here. And here I will use a constant instead of use number 4 and 3. So we're going to use constants, two constants, one to represent rows and another one to represent columns. So here we have rows and columns, and rows is 4, columns is 3. So we can replace the number 4 here with rows and number 3 with columns. So we have data, rows and columns. Okay, now I will create a function. This function is to calculate the average number of these values. Okay, so I'll create a function, and this function will have a return value. So we have double, and the name maybe to represent to get the average. So we can get average. And what's going to be the parameter here? So the parameter is the 2D arrays. So here the 2D arrays we have integer array, and we need to specify the columns here. So special case, we need to specify the columns. Row is not compulsory, but column is compulsory. You need to specify the columns number in the function prototype. Okay, for function definition, we can create another parameter name. So we can use the name A. And also in function definition, we need to specify the columns. Okay, so this function is going to get the average. So you can get the average of the each values in the data arrays. So as we know, this is a 2D array, so we need to use nested loop. So we declare two variables I and j, and we use for loop. I equal to 0, I less than rows, I plus plus. For inner loop, for j equal to 0, j less than columns, and j plus plus. This function is going to get the average for the numbers that is inside this array. So we need to have another variable here, double sum equal to 0 and avg. So we can calculate the sum here. Sum is equal to sum plus aj. Okay. And then to get the average, so average is equal to sum divided by, so we can use rows times columns. Then we are return the average. So we have function definition here, and here we need to do the function call. Okay, for function call, I want to call inside the cout. So cout get average, and then we just need to put the parameter, the array data as a parameter. So okay, finish. So we have the constants, rows, columns here, and this one function prototype, and this one is function definition, and this is the call function. So we see the output. Oh yeah, got error here. So some error, we need to fix the error before we compile. Okay, no more error, then we can compile. So the final answer is 5.41667. So this is the average of all these numbers.